So from here, we're going to take the basic blocks, the basic circular blocks, and we're going to use them in a deflecting manner. Deflections are always our first line of defense when the situation calls for it. If someone is displaying deadly force, deflection may not be the right answer. But in general, Jedi are not cravers of violence. We do not long to do harm to people. We're light bringers, not pain bringers. And so we always want our responses to be as minimal as necessary. Yes, we have the ability to put people in situations where we can do them great damage, even with these basic techniques, but that's not what they're for. Right now, these basic techniques are to keep you from getting hit with something. Be it a fist, a kick, a bat, something just falling off of a shelf. I have a bunch of swords and stabs on the wall. If one of them were to fall, I would block with an upper block, an upper deflecting block. So we're going to start with that one. We're going to get back in our training stance. Keep your knees bent because this trains your glutes, your legs, your lower legs, your feet. It makes you strong. Your back, your shoulders. So from here, we're going to take and we're going to do this circular block. You notice his hand is still up because now I'm going to roll with it a little. I know when we're doing them just basic, we try not to turn our shoulders so that we don't learn to hyperextend and have a bad balance. But with this, we're going to roll away from it. And this hand is up in case we need to control what's coming. For example, if someone is punching this way and I block, I want to control that arm and keep them going away from me. So you're going to do it with the other side. You can do this, or you can just do the one hand for right now. But the purpose of this is the deflection. And as you turn, rock your weight to the opposite side on your legs. It's another reason we're in this training stance, because it allows us some mobility. And this other hand is important. Even if we're deflecting, this is a cross deflection. Like if I'm using my right hand and there's a right coming at me, that's called a closing technique. It puts their arm in the way of whatever their other side might be doing. It closes them off. Okay, but if they're coming with the right and my left is the only option I have, then that's an opening technique. So the other hand needs to be here to make sure that whatever might be coming, I can defend against. So we keep our hands up. Now moving on to the middles, we're going to do the middle inside circulars, which is, remember, this is almost straight out and then drop down. Almost straight out, drop down. Again, keep your hand here. Almost straight out, drop down. Because again, if we're closing, this will give us the ability to manipulate an arm. If we're opening, this gives us the ability to block whatever might be coming. We still want this to cross in the middle because that guarantees coverage of the center line. Now we're going to do the outside circle. So you're going to bring your hand up and come across. The circle here isn't this way, it's at the shoulder. And this you can rotate with as deflections. This is a really good closing block. You can use it as an opening block if, say, they're coming at me with the other side. This is the only hand I have to move. And I don't have time to deflect it over. This is a good block. It's not as effective as an opening block. So now bringing our hands back to center, we're going to do the lowers. So again, this is going to circle down. See how I rolled that shoulder forward a little bit and kind of turned my hips? Because this is what we defend this and our legs with. So if something is coming, like a low swinging bat or a kick, or somebody shoved a shopping cart at you, you would want to turn away from it so that you don't get hit on the hip and you don't have to turn way far with your blocks to defend yourself. You want them compact. This also limits your body as a target. Yes, when you're training techniques, you want to do them square. But when you're training the application of techniques, you want to move into them, move with them. So when you do these, always remember that you're turning not just with your shoulders, you're not leaning, you're turning from your torso. Your shoulders, your hips, and your knees, they all turn together. Even when you roll your shoulders back, you kind of want it to stay over your hips, because that's what keeps a good, strong stance. That keeps a stable stance, and it keeps a stable you.